Bibbidi boo. It says it's upcoming. Okay. It shows it as connected now. Sorry. Okay. Sorry to Morgan, who is over on YouTube. It should be working now. I think. It should be. Okay, yeah, it works. Okay, it's fixed. Okay, sorry about that. Hi. We're doing a stream today. Basically, what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be finishing up Gem of Titan today. We probably could have done that. We probably could have finished Gem of Titan Monday, but I was trying out a different stream format for this week, so we're going to finish it today, basically. Shouldn't take too long. We only got a couple of complex animations to go over today, and then we can just put them straight in the game. It'll be easy, you know. Pretty straightforward. After that, we're going to do a drawing stream. We're going to recap on what we did on Monday, and then we're also going to do some more work on that electric bear Pokemon that we drew like last week or the week before. I don't remember. We drew it at some point, but we're going to do more work on that. What's your name? Jeff? Yeah, Jeff, do you like Pokemon? My name's not Jeff. My name is Neon. It's in my YouTube username, believe it or not. But, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check to make sure I had everything set up on this tab, except I do. Okay. I just left this animation running. I didn't even realize. Okay. So, I should mention that I went ahead and I updated, like, I went back after stream and I kind of modified these animations a little. You probably won't be able to tell, but I wasn't completely happy with how they were when stream ended. So, in the case of the walk animation, I kind of tried to make his legs more dynamic when he's walking. So we've got kind of a, he kind of swings his legs out more. Yeah, you misspelled Jeff in your new username, kind of strange. Just a little bit. This for Minecraft? Yes, it is for Minecraft. Hello, The Terror 2010. Welcome in. Basically, to answer that in more detail, if you ever heard of the mod called Cobblemon, which adds Pokemon into Minecraft, I am using that mod to basically create an entire region of Fakemon and make them playable in some medium, because I'm not smart enough to make a fan game, but I am smart enough to do this. So it's basically the next best thing, right? But that's basically what we're doing. It looks so good, thank you. But yeah, this is the Pokemon, for people who haven't seen him yet. We've been working on this guy for like a couple of weeks now, which is kind of slower than I would like. But I really wanted to do this guy justice, so I've like paced myself a little with him, you know? Because I think his design's very neat. We get his battle animation, right? We get when he uses a physical attack. He kind of slams down, you know? I like his eyes. I said this last stream, but I really like how his eyes work. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I appreciate that, thank you very much, Follower goal reached? I think so. That means next week I'm gonna have to schedule a day to learn how to code Python. Where I have to like find like a Khan Academy or something that we can do on stream. That's gonna be fun. Good job. You guys, we hit a goal. Wee! And it's thanks to you. I just have to hope that, well, I don't care if, you know what? Never mind. Okay. Anyway. Today, what we're going to be doing the special attack animation, we're going to be doing status, and I believe we're going to also be doing, gosh, I always forget. I've done this like 30 times on stream by now, like basically 30 times. And I can never remember what animations exist that I have to, like make. So I always have to bring up like a reference. So you got idle, walk, battle, status. Basically special status and feint are gonna be the three difficult ones. They're the ones that take the longest. Excuse me. Then we got recoil, cry, blink, and sleep. These are all going to be like quick little things. Maybe take like 5 minutes a piece, you know? With feint probably gonna take the longest. So that's the plan for today. I have an idea for status. So this guy is actually a special attack. I keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry. This guy's actually a special attacker. So I want to do a special attack animation justice. And when I say that and I think about it in my head, it's probably gonna be the exact same as all the other ones. But you know what? We'll see what we can do. Maybe we could like rotate the eyes to become angrier. I think that'd be cool. I actually never thought of that. We totally could do that. Okay. Once again, I have to remember how I rigged this thing because he has such a weird like body. Okay. Dude, you know what I did? Not this weekend, but like Monday night, like after stream on Monday, I went and got a gluten-free like brownie mix, and I made brownies and they were delicious. I made 9 of them. Because like recently I've been going through and trying to like find more like normal food that I can eat, and we found brownie mix, so I can have brownies now. Love the avatar. Don't they cost a lot? First of all, thank you. I appreciate that you like it. Second of all, I actually made this VTuber model myself. I had to like learn how to draw like a body and like a torso. So the like I had to learn how to draw like clothing and stuff. So it's like that's why it looks kind of non-conventional. And then I also had to learn how to use live 2D. I watched like a tutorial series to learn how to do that. That's crazy. It's so good. Do you think so? I thought I made it kind of really basic. Like it doesn't have a lot of stuff that I can do with it. Like I can be sad, and I can be very surprised, but that's literally all I do. I have like no other features because I had no clue what I was doing, and I'm just like, I want a bare bones. I just want something that works, you know. That probably sounded nasty on the microphone. My apologies. But yeah, I'm glad you like it. I am quite fond of it myself. I've thought about like I've thought about looking into like getting a model with like actually good stuff that's actually well produced, because you can see like, hold on, if you look at the right side of my head, I didn't even color like in the lines, which is funny. And I didn't notice until like after I was done with it. But I'm like, I don't care. It's good enough. But yeah, that's how that happened. It was just like a month of just like, I should make a VTuber model because I'm bored and I need something new to do. And thus here we are. It's still good for you doing it yourself. I suppose so, yeah. Because my thought process towards it was just like, it would be cool if I had a VTuber model, but I don't want to pay for one because I'm broke. Like, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against, like, supporting artists and whatnot. I think people should do that, and they should do it, like, if they need something and they don't want to, if something, okay. I can't speak today either. I couldn't speak yet on Monday, and I can't speak today. I'm recognizing a theme. But yeah, support artists. Basically, that's what I'm getting at. Like this, and then I'm gonna copy all these. Oops. And then I'm gonna move the legs in to see how they line up with how they were before. Okay, something is like different between the two. I don't know what. They're a lot of money, and I mean a lot. Yeah, I know they vary in price, honestly. There are some that are like, obviously, if you want one that has like a ton of features, it's gonna be like several hundred for like the model itself, and then you have to find either, if that person doesn't also do rigging, you have to find someone who will rig it for you, or like you find somebody that like whose style you like or whatever, and that can take a long time. And also they have to have like their comms open. Okay, I don't understand why these legs do different things. Boop, boop. Okay. Let me figure this out real quick. No rotation, 0.75. No rotation, 0.75. Okay. Is it the shoulders that are different? One, negative 17.5. Boop. Wait, no. Negative 17.5. That's fifth. Okay, so the problem is this. Okay. Chat, I figured out the problem. It was rotated not far enough. Have you ever considered making a Cobblemon add-on tutorial? I think that'd be so beyond cool. You know, it's funny you should say that, because I actually, on Friday, I, like, discussed the idea of, like, making, like, a little series on YouTube of just, like, videos that are, like, 5 to 10 minutes long. Like, not even, like 3 to 10 minutes long, right? Where it's just like, here's how you make one of these. We're really lacking in tutorials, especially with 1.7 and all the changes. I could definitely make a tutorial. Like, I'd have to do like I'd have to like script it out beforehand, which I suck at doing. And I think that's the main reason why I haven't started it yet, is because it's like, what do I even like? How do I do like informational videos? I don't think I've ever really done like an informational type video like ever in my life. So I'd have to it wouldn't it wouldn't be very it wouldn't be like super over the top, but it would be like there would be like an intro where it's like, "Hi, I'm me. Here's what I do." And I'm gonna show you how to do it. And like, here's why you should believe me, because I've done all this, you know? And then like the intro video can be like, here's how you set up your files. And then I can do a video for like modeling, and then a video for like rigging, and then a video for texturing, and a video for animating, you know? And then a video for like coding stuff in. You can do it, I believe in you, lol. It seems like people think that would be a good idea, so I'm definitely going to probably get started on that either tomorrow or tonight. Depends on how motivated I am. Hi Crimson, how are you? What did you miss? So it doesn't show up on the stream, but we hit our follower goals, so we're gonna be learning Python. I don't know why it doesn't show up on stream. Hold on, let me check this. Boop-a-doop, boop-a-doop-a-doo, ba-doo-doo-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Hold on. Let me go to home. Boop-a-doo, ba-doop-a-doo. I don't know where to see this thing. Okay, here it is. Boop, boop, boop. Chat, I'm gonna be real, I have no idea. I don't know, it doesn't show it doesn't show it on Twitch, so I don't know what's up with that, but I'm not gonna worry about it. You finally managed to drag your butt off Hightail. You know what? Good for you. We're proud of you. I should talk about that, huh? Because Hightail did come out. And I'll be honest, I'm like completely out of the loop when it comes to Hightail, just like in general. Like I didn't follow it. I didn't follow it when it was first announced. Like I didn't really know that it was canceled, if I'm being completely honest. Like yeah. And then when it got re-announced, I didn't hear about that either. So it's just like completely, it was like completely off my radar for like its entire development. Which to some people in chat that might sound kind of shocking. But it's my truth. I mean, it's still in development, just now in early access. Well, yeah. But it's like out now. You know? Excuse me. Okay. The issue with this is that like when he goes up like that, his legs like move. You see what I mean? Maybe if I do like this, like rotate it like a tiny little bit. And then recopy it over here. Boo. You have to eat something or drink something to regain for a small bit of time. Oh, like in health bar kind of deal. Has anybody in else chat played Hytale besides Crimson? I'm curious. Me, really? What you think? What you think? I still am considering getting it because I want to save money. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't bought myself a new, like, game in, like, months. Like, I've been completely out of the market for new games for so long. Trust me, Neon, you will love it. I will learn to love it like family. What if I do this? There we go. I have an idea for this guy's animation. What if he kind of bounces a little bit? Played it for a while, but I started to play Where Winds Meet. I think I've heard of that game. You know what I started playing recently, actually? I started playing Split Fiction with a friend of mine. And it's honestly pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's too bouncy. Boop. Cause a while back I played It Takes Two with the same friend, and it was pretty good. I liked how like varied the gameplay was. Oh lord, okay. Boop boop boop. That's his eyes. But Split Fiction seems to be like more up my alley in terms of just like raw environment, you know? I like the kind of like sci-fi setting. The magic setting is alright as well, but I prefer like the sci-fi stuff, you know? Whoop. And then he will go back to his regular pose. Yeah, check that out. I can make his feet swing as well, you know? Left foot, right foot. Why are they so incredibly, like, far from each other on the timeline? Again. Uh, something like that, I guess. Boop. Doesn't have to be too complicated, just some movement, you know? Like, you hardly even notice it, but it's there. Extra detail. And then I can also steal the eye animations from here. Whoop. Whoop. Like this, I think. I want him to close his eyes when he's widening up. And then they, like, get angry here, you know? Maybe we set a rotation thing at this point. I just realized I can't... Wait, yes I can. Hold on. We can do, like, 10... and then 10. But then we have to make the eyebrows not go up all the way. We just have to make them end like there. And then towards the end of the attack, we can slowly just kind of bring them back to normal. Like so. Copy that here. Like that, and then take these points here. Okay. How's that look? He makes his eyes all pointy. This is one of like 2 Pokemon that I could have ever potentially done that kind of detail with, because he has actual movable eyebrows instead of it just being like a flat texture. So you can imagine him using like Meteor Beam or like Hyper Beam when he does this, you know? And then, in terms of the status condition, or the status move, I kind of want him to do the same thing Mineral does, where he steps down like that. Question is, how am I going to do that with a much more complicated model? And have it look decent? The best thing we can do is just slowly try to map it out. I think I'll start it the same way I did with the special attack. I'll take like the same kind of like a wind-up motion and just edit it slightly. So he'll go... Instead of just going up, he'll kind of rotate. So his head, I'd have to rotate his head and his arms separately. So his head would go up like this. Kind of like at this weird kind of angle. You see what I mean? This arm would have to go up. This arm could honestly just go straight up and down like this. How long have I been doing this for? That is a good question. I started making this add-on like early to mid like 2024. And then in 2025, I'm like, wait, I should stream this because this might be something people would like to watch or something, you know? Because I don't think this kind of content gets like a lot of publicity, like the design process of actually making like mods and add-ons and stuff for Minecraft. It's mostly just you see the product, you see the trailers type of deal. And sure, like the Cobblemon devs themselves, they do like devlogs, right? That's kind of a weird movement. It's fun to watch. I like watching it. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy it because it is something that I enjoy doing, and it's like a kind of craft that I do that I like sharing with you guys. So it is very nice that we can both benefit in some way from me doing this. I need this leg to be like that. No, wait, what is happening here? Oh, I see, okay. Boop. 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 No, hold on. Something is very wrong here. I think it's definitely the left arm. And the... Okay, yeah, it's definitely left arm. And the foot for some reason. Left hand. You see how it kind of doesn't line up very well here? That's what I'm trying to fix. We'd need to go like there. Here, maybe? Yeah, because there you go. There it like lines up better, you know? And then I need to have it stay on the same place on the body as well. By the way, I ran into a problem with my tunnel borer. So many lava rivers. Uh-oh. Is that why you swapped to hightail? I should probably make this other leg do the same thing, or like what I need it to. Or at least go to the plate. I think that's a good location for it. Yeah. Except the rotation will probably go much further. Kind of like that much, I guess. So he'll swing upward. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Boo doop boop boo doop boo. Oh yeah, this is probably why you're like earlier. You're just like, man, I wish there was a sponge for. I wish there was a sponge for this stuff. Okay, you need to go there. And then we can bring this to like 1.5, I guess? this can go like to here. And then the foot can kind of... There we go. Okay. And I need this to be smooth. And I need this... I think I want all of this stuff to be linear, maybe? I don't... Actually, no, I don't think I do. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I definitely do want all this to be linear. Like a right arm should be linear here. Like, cause it droops down so much here. Right shoulder should definitely be linear here. You can just make an ability for a Cobblemon that clears large areas of lava, yeah. Somebody get Jotaro on that. I'm sure he could do it. You know? Should the head be linear too? No. Smooth. Like that. And then this can be rotated. Slugmon, my cargo, would be perfect Pokemon for that. That's true. Also, hi Hera, how are you? How are you? I hope you're doing well. We're doing some more animations on this guy today. What if I bring his shoulder like up like this and then down like that? And I straighten out his foot. And I put them on the correct interval so that there's no overlapping keyframes. Because for some reason, I'm just doing that all the time today. Okay. Let's see here. This leg should be up higher. Like that. Maybe? I don't know. I think I should just make it smooth, honestly. There we go. Doing good, working on some Fakemon Pokedex entries. Nice to see animating is going along smoothly. Nice, nice. I always do Dex entries just as like a, just as like kind of a side thing, you know? Because a lot of the time, I guess it's a fun fact for people that don't know. A lot of these Pokemon, while their designs are made by me, a lot of the original concepts are made by somebody else that I'm working on this project with, who, of course, wishes to remain anonymous. So I'm not gonna mention who they are. But they come up with a majority of like the Mon concepts, like typings, abilities, move pools, stuff like that. And then I design them and like give them, you know, what they actually look like. Because between the two of us, we just are kind of better at those respective things. So whenever I need a Dex entry, if it's a Mon that they conceptualized, I just like DM them and I'm like, hey, I need lore, please write lore for this thing. But then I'd say the amount of mons that we conceptualize are around like 50-50. I think it's a pretty, cause like I know the grass type starter was their idea originally, but then the fire type and water type starters were my idea. Mascoon was my idea. Roofant was my idea. Hatchick was their idea. So it's like we kind of like split the work, you know? Do boo 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 boo. The hand should rotate like that. Yeah, you know what? That works. The first keyframe should be linear. There you go. Gosh, it's so hard to keep these, like, the legs and stuff in one place. You know what I mean? And I know I could do, like, reverse kinematics and stuff, but that's complicated, and I don't know how to do that. I'm curious if I bring it up like this and then back down. I'm definitely gonna need to use Bezier for this. I know that for a fact. So I can just make all of those Bezier. Can probably bring it to like here. Ooh. This is gonna be interesting to see how it works, because I genuinely am just like, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Animating mine is gonna be a pain. That's why you can follow the Neon Riftborn tutorial to see how to animate things and model things in Blockbench, which, Crimson, I know you don't need to know how to model because you already know how to do that. But I'm going to be probably making tutorials. And I'm gonna release them all at the same time. I'm not gonna do like one series at a time because I feel like that would be unproductive. I feel like I'd make like a 3-minute video that's just like, here's how you organize your folders in Blockbench, and then it's like, okay, cool, what do I do next? Could also source the animations out to you. I mean, you could, but I can't guarantee I'd get them done within the year. I got my own stuff to do too. I could make this. I would make it smooth, but I don't want it to do that, so I'm gonna make it Bezier. Kind of like this. Yeah, and then for the right arm, I can do the same thing. And this is going to make things take a lot longer, but it's fine. We can unlink the handles. To be fair, my own project won't be done for a long time. I don't know nearly enough people to finish all 100 of them. In terms of my own decks, right? I recently counted all of the concepts we had, right? including ones that were finished. And I believe as of right now, there's over 150 concepts for Fakemon that we have. So if we keep going at the rate we're going, it'll take until like 2030 to finish them all, which is not the pace that I want. Like, come on, we're halfway January. Hey, we're halfway through January this year. I have barely even finished one Mon. So I definitely want to... I have 52 concepts right now. That's pretty good. That's like 200 total. Smooth. Ooh, wait. If I make these busier... Boom. Check this out. Okay, I don't know why the green is like that. I want him to, like, slam down with the might of Zeus. My dex is only at 100. Your dex is only gonna at 100. Well, that's still valid. I think 100 is a very... Excuse me. 100's like an impressive amount of Pokemon to add, like, honestly. It took us a long time to get to that, like, benchmark, you know? So, like, even 50. Like, 50 is no, like, small number, you know? You should be proud of that. You should be proud of that. The lowest Pokemon game is added is 72, and that's a whole company, right? But look at you, you're one person, and you've made, like, most of that on your own. You know? Did I copy that? Yes, I did. Whoop, and then I can make all these smooth. I just want to get a rough idea for what this animation will look like when it's done. Okay, so my restream's doing the thing where it's not showing chat messages again. That's so awesome. Thanks, restream. Excluding stage 1, you only have 16 mons, and that's still fine. Pokemon can evolve. That's an allowed thing. I'll be honest, I don't even know how many, like, actual mons I have if I were to just do evolution lines. I can't imagine it would be that many, because a lot of, our fake mon that we've designed, me and the other people, there's a lot of there's like more 3 stages than would normally be like in a Pokemon game, you know? And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that just means there is more room for just like adding extra stuff. Like maybe we could do like, I don't know. Ooh, that was good. Check that out. I'm hydrating Yuna. Hi, how are you? Also, I think I just fixed the animation problem with this Mon. You good? How about me? I'm doing great. We're animating today. We're making this guy do the sumo step. It's a lot of work, but we're getting there. Wild Yuna, how are you? How about you? Boop, 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 boop. And I definitely, ooh, you know what I definitely want to do? I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna make them linear. I'm gonna copy a bunch. Like that, there we go. And then we're just gonna make them shake a little bit. If we can, of course, because there is some, just a little bit of just like weird movement with this. I wish I could move the foot straight up instead of whatever that is, but it's whatever. Boop. There we go. If you go on the Minecraft server. Yeah, Crimson kind of mined out the entire nether, so be wary of that. Then I also want to shake the face because, you know. Boop, 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 boop. Speaking of Minecraft, we're doing Minecraft server on Friday this week, so if you're in chat and you don't have access to that and you're curious, type !MC join or the link in the description on YouTube, I believe, right? Is it on YouTube? It's not. Okay, so turns out I need to fix the YouTube title or the YouTube description. Boop, 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 boop. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, I didn't have it for last stream either. Okay. It's also not in the YouTube. Okay. You know what? I'll just do it, and then I'll paste the link in YouTube. How about that? Boop. Lord. Okay. Boop 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 boop. There we go. But yeah, we have a Cobblemon Minecraft server for the month of January, and it's hosted by me and Yuna the Demon Fox in chat. And at the end of the month, we're gonna have a Cobblemon tournament. So if you're into that kind of thing, you should capitalize on that while you can, because it's for this month only. And it has all these custom Cobblemon that I'm making, so you can catch them for yourself. Boop boop boop. Ba-doo. Alright, I gotta play on the server again too. Yeah. I will say, I haven't been on it nearly as much this week as I have been previous weeks. But I think that's mostly because I've been busy with like other things this week. So I haven't had as much time to get on the Minecraft server. But that's all gonna be fixed on Friday. Germany looking kind of small. I'll go on tomorrow and stream again. Neat. And then the foot should go up. Like that. Boop. 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 Okay. Okay, I don't understand why this has gone like crazy high up. Boop, there we go. Now he looks heavy. Doopy doop. You've nearly finished the dang living decks. Speaking of which, you got the crocodile starter. Nice. One more and that line's complete. What do you have left to do on that living decks, Crimson? Just out of curiosity. That's one water done. I'm actually gonna steal the eyebrows from this animation because I'm a big fan of them. Whoop. Just like that. Oh lord, okay. Position should be default. Hello? Boop, boop. There we go. And most of the later gens, but a lot of the first few gens almost done. Of course, I don't have all the starters. Cannot have Dreepy, but don't have the time to farm for it. Can someone please trade me one? Well, Crimson, you got your new task. I have finished building my team on that server, and I think it's pretty cool. Okay, when does this animation end? I guess right there. Whoop. And then his eyebrows can stay angry, and then they kind of go back like that. You've seen a few of them, they spawn someone around our base. Wait, really? Have you seen them? I haven't seen a single one. Yeah, they're like ultra rare mons. Boop. Then here we can do like a kind of like that. This needs to be linear as well. Look at that. That gave us some force. Just with his mouth being knocked open like that. Boop. And I think it ends like that. Maybe I just take this and do that. There we go. Smooth. 2 extra relics that you don't need. Yeah, Crimson gets ultra rares like nobody's business. This looks like the animation he would use for, like, Earthquake. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Except I don't even know if he'd learn Earthquake. Where is this? I need the position on this to be up higher. Like here. There we go. I think this animation is pretty much done now, like, not gonna lie to you. Six extra... Wait, so 6 extra EVs, as in you already have the 8 and you found 6 more? That's actually kind of crazy. I think the jaw could be delayed a little bit. Like this? Yeah, and then that's fine, I think. Whoop. You still getting it because I couldn't bring myself to catch more. Okay, for some reason this foot does not return to where it should be. I don't know what's the deal. But this should be here. There we go. Now you can wiggle his foot. Boop. You also have 3 yeah, you got 3 shinies in one day. It's not a big deal. I just have 3 shinies in one day. You know. There we go. Anyway, I would say this animation is pretty much done. I could, however, take the feet and bring them up like here by 30 degrees. Just like that. You gotta play daily from now on to even get a chance in the end of month thing. Whoop. There we go. Kind of like this. Fun fact, after this stream, I'm gonna get in touch with Jotaro and see if we can update the data pack and resource pack on the server so that you can catch Mobineral and Gematitan on that server. So that'll be fun. You'll be able to see this like in-game basically, hopefully tomorrow. I'm out of water in that cup. I need my second water cup. With the amount of mons you have, you can make some evil team matchups. You know what I've been putting like way too much thought into recently? If the region that my dex comes from like, has an evil team, like, what mons would they use from that region? You know? Because, weirdly enough, I don't think they would use Mascoon or, like, Raktor or Raktress. I think those would be mostly Pokemon you see from, like, general trainers. I don't think it would be, like, anybody's specific Pokemon. I don't think the evil team would use it because they're not, like, evil enough. They're just, like, performers, you know? You know what I'm noticing now, actually? Now that I'm just replaying this animation over and over. This leg kind of raises up, and I don't like that. So I'm going to... do this sort of a thing. How do I want to do this? Because this just looks weird. He kind of... the leg kind of floats into place. I guess I can just use Bezier points and fix it easily. Kind of like this. Something like that. You gotta make a Pokemon parody anime with your region and dex. Alright, bet. Get me in touch with the animators who are gonna do that. For some reason, this foot just does not go where I want it to. 0. And then we need to make this. Okay, not like that. Like this? Yeah. I would love to make my own region into an animation. I feel like you can give your mons, like, so much more life just by animating them, you know what I mean? And then we can move this back to here. There we go. I really probably should have used reverse kinematics for this. Rotation. Boop. Kind of like that. I guess. That would take far too much time and money, even though I'm learning how to animate a model. I'm nowhere near that good. I think everybody's got to start somewhere. I mean, look at me. I didn't know how to rig this model until I did it. And, like, looked up a tutorial. Boop. Alright. I wonder how goofy this looks from, like, other angles. Like, if you're watching him from the side, he's like a ballerina. So you're learning how to 3D model and animate in college? Oh, really? That's what you're doing in college. Okay. Oop doop doo boop boop boop. Nowhere near good enough to do something like that. Well, hey. That's why they say practice makes perfect. Also, you know, Pokemon would strike me down so damn fast. I have thought about learning how to animate like 2D, but I'm just like, I don't feel like I would enjoy it as much as like 3D animation. Or like with keyframes and stuff. Like, I don't think I would enjoy doing frame by frame stuff, so that's why I haven't really jumped on that. But that's just like my personal opinion of that matter. I think I enjoy just like watching the big smooth motions that you can do with like keyframes and stuff. And I think I would get tired of just drawing like slightly changed frames over and over and over and over. But you know, who knows? I could be completely wrong. We're doing the faint animation next. So for this animation, I'm thinking he kind of... It'd strike you so fast it would make Zeus blush. He's like over there like hiding his face. .3D animation is quite difficult and tiring for you, at least. You prefer 2D. And see, that's the thing. Everybody's got their own niche. And Crimson... until you find, well, I'm assuming you enjoy modeling in 3D animation. It's more getting the model working, and rigging it is a pain. You think so? I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think rigging the model to, like, be able to animate it is the easiest part. When I make that tutorial thing, I will make sure to go through, I will make sure to go extra detail just for you, Crimson. Bones are not fun to deal with. I guess if you're working outside of Blockbench, or even like with other settings in Blockbench, you do have like that skeleton rigging, which I don't understand that at all, you know? Like, I don't understand like skeleton rigging at all, but when it comes to this kind of rigging, I think it's pretty straightforward. Speaking of the actual modeling, after I get done animating this, I'm going to make some of its textures emissive. I'm gonna make like its eyes and crystals emissive textures. So that'll be cool. You model and then set up the bones, at least on 3D Max. I don't know the implications of that, but Yuna's reaction, I think, tells me everything I need to know. Alright. Crimson, how do you think they animated Porygon Z? I'm curious what you think. This is a genuine question. Like, what if it was each body part is its own thing? Do you think that would be easier or harder to animate? I think, personally, that'd be easier to animate. Actually, no, I don't. I take that back. I think having them all be separate things would be harder, because then you have to, like, rig every single thing separately. It would be hell. You use Blender and it's so time-saving to do rigging and modeling together. To each their own, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I'm putting my 2 cents in. I don't know how to use either of those. Whoop. Okay, here's my idea for this guy's faint animation. It's gonna be goofy, so bear with me. He's gonna fall and he's gonna faceplant. He's just gonna faceplant. That's the whole thing. Whoop. Like that. Maybe here he'd be like that. You know? This is how he's gonna faint. And it's gonna be really goofy. But that's the goal. What is happening here? Hello? Okay. Boop, 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 boop. If it's not all model, then the skin modifier wouldn't work. The skin modifier basically allows the bones to move the model in a more organic way, like skin. Huh. Technically apply it with shaders if you know what you're doing. Yeah, you just gotta get the normal map and the other map and the shader map and the texture map and all of that stuff. It's easy. Boo, boop, 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 boo. That's not right. Hello? Okay. I think the green point would have to be like here. Excuse me. Boop, 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 boop. Dude, can I just say, thank God I don't have to deal with like a normal map and stuff like that, because I don't know where I would even begin with that stuff. Alright. And then for the legs. I can just do something like this. Right? Okay, they need to be this way a little bit. A little more. There we go. I like how fast he falls over. And then copy this. We do left shoulder here. And then we don't do that actually. We make actual we make actual keyframes first, and then we do that. Left arm, which is this. And then we need the foot bone, which is that. And then we get rid of all animators because we don't like having our timeline clogged. I'm gonna make all these Bezier. And then here, I'm just going to... Negative 87.5, I guess. Like that. Whee! Whee! He's gonna look so stupid, and it's gonna be funny. Because he's gonna look so helpless. Okay. This needs to be negative 10, that's fine. Negative 65. Like that. And then this is... Oh my lord, okay. This is something nasty, and I don't like it. So we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it negative 35. There we go. $6.25, 14, 13. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay, there we go. He's just gonna be face down like that. Don't worry, he's okay. He's just taking a nap, chat. I have the back kind of autism, like the one that makes things, learning things 1,000 times more slow. See, I have a very... I think, in a lot of cases, I have a hard time learning new stuff. I think it's made easier. I think, because, like, I learn things by, like, in two ways. One way is, like, I observe people doing things for a long time beforehand. And then, like... once I like am ready to try it out for myself, I kind of do it while the person I observed like kind of guides me. That's how it was for me with like driving and whatnot. It's like, oh, I've watched you, like when I learned to drive, it was like I watched you drive for like most of my life, so I can just like replicate that, you know? Okay, what is happening here? Something's going on here. Oh, that's what it is. I'm stupid. It's this. Ta-da. Gotta make these big, like, okay. We gotta make the graph look like this, so then it speeds up as it goes. Whoop. I also have the annoying behavior habit of hating help. Oh, yeah, that might be a little, that might be a slight hitch if you were to take my advice. Uh, 1.78, 3.07. 3.03, I guess. Hydrate time. I think I can't learn unless it's myself. Like, I watch someone impossibly recreate what they made, but I can't for the life of me take those skills and make something I haven't seen. I can kind of relate to that, I think. So the whole idea of, like, I think that's part of the reason why I started making, like why I started doing, like, concepting, like, actually doing concept art before I just go in with a design. Because if I just go in with a design, like, straight out the box on a fake mon, right? Chances are I'm not going to like it very much, and also chances are I'm going to stick with it for at least a very long time, if not forever. I don't have skills, I just mimic having skills or knowledge about a topic and using that to make stuff. I think, you know, what you're describing is you learned things and then you acquired those skills, so you do have those skills because you're able to utilize them and make things, you know? And if whether or not you think you're good at it is your own opinion, but I think it's safe to say that if that's how it works, I think it's safe to say that you do in fact have those skills. But you can't use it outside of a specific situation? Okay. That doesn't mean you don't have the skill, because you can still do the thing, though. It's just like you excel more in a certain kind of environment. That doesn't make you, like, bad at it, I don't think. You know? I can make a replica of a tutorial, but I can't use the tutorial to make something of your own. Is it like is it like more of a problem to where it's like I can't apply those skills, or is it a problem as to like I can't think of something to make? Because I've had both of those in, like, when I've tried making things. Like, say you watch a tutorial to make a teapot, for some reason you can't take then those same skills to make a mug or a crate. I think, Crimson, I think you're perfectly capable of doing it. Personally, knowing you, I think you got it. I just think you don't realize that you got it. That's my 2 cents. You've tried? Gave up watching tutorial. Have you considered everything you've modeled? You self-taught how to do those models. Whoop. Oh lord, that's not what I want. Okay. Boo, boo. And most of those models aren't exactly optimal, and that's okay, because, you know, as you do more and more, gradually, just like statistically, you're just gonna get better and better every time, you know? And I think that, like, that kind of negative self-talk, right? Like the, oh, I'm not good at this, so I shouldn't do it, right? All that really does is just kind of create this self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, you're saying you can't do it, so you're unconsciously convincing yourself to not do whatever that might be, right? Even if it's something you might enjoy doing, like modeling or something, right? But I think that if it's something that you truly enjoy and it's something that you want to be good at, I think saying, oh, I suck at this, and then, like, sure, if you still want to say that, that's fine, but as long as you still do it, right? Like me, when I'm just like, you've heard me on stream like a million times be like, hey, guess what? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging this. I think like sure, I might be like clowning on myself. But I think the action of you, like, I guess you can make it like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to get at. Boo-doop. Boo-doop. See, there are some skills that you have learning can't do. That's not because you can't say you can't, that's because your brain isn't wired to understand it, like with drawing stuff. Crimson, I think you can get good at drawing stuff. I think that is something. Your brain isn't wired to understand it. You maybe I don't know. Anything you try to draw anything with perspective, my brain switches off. See, and I used to be the same way. I think the action of just like forcing myself to just like do stuff with perspective, regardless if I was good at it or not, like just like you can start with like simpler things too. Like I started doing perspective with Fluffrust's like key art, right? And it's like, how long for me did it take to improve on that? Years. But I did get better. Like, gosh. I want to see if I can pull up some of my, like, old art. And it's gonna suck. Doobie-doop-boo-ba-doop-boo. Let me find, like, literally anything that is my old art. Boop. Boop. Boo 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 boo. Lord, let me find some of it. I have to scroll for a little bit because there's a lot of things. You know what? Why am I even looking here? I can just bring up images on stream. I've tried since I was like 10 and my ability to make perspective change never improved. It got worse actually. What does that mean? It's funny how every Ultra of us has different art skills and interests in drawing, so sometimes it'll just suck what we draw. And you know, as long as you enjoy it, is that really a bad thing? If you finish drawing something and you're not happy with it, instead of being like, oh, this sucks, you should say, I could do this better, let me try to do this better, you know? I don't think you should talk down on yourself just because you did something and you weren't good at it at first. I think that's more of an opportunity, you know? I will not allow my chat to say, "Aw, this sucks. I'm so bad at this. I'm never gonna get better." That's not allowed here. You have to say, "I'm gonna improve. It sucked at first, and I'm not good at it currently, but I can get better. If I just keep going, I'll get somewhere eventually." Over here, you slowly lost the ability to do like poses and stuff. You got worse at it. And let me tell you, when it comes to like drawing like human bodies and stuff, I can't do that at all. Like, I think I could get better at it if I spent, like, a lot of time, like, practicing. But that's not really my main focus right now. I'm more focused on, like creatures and things, you know? And I think there's a lot to be said about people who can, like, draw stuff, like the stuff you see online. Because those people most likely have been, like doing this stuff constantly, like animators and stuff. Something that they do constantly, and it's just, like, honestly insanely impressive. Like, maybe I got an idea on how to improve on drawing poses for you guys. I don't think it's really, I don't know. I'll you know what? Fair enough. Boop. Concept art. Maybe not concept art, maybe... here we go. First, how good can you envision an apple? Oh, is this like an aphantasia thing? I know that. I know. That's something that I'm familiar with. I don't have it myself. I watch every video on how to draw. You can copy work, but you can take work and make my own original pose and stuff. Okay. Things in my head are starting to make more sense. What's your art style like? Would envision, but you have no way to send them. Yeah, if you can't envision an apple, that means you have aphantasia, which is the inability to visualize things in your head. I guess, yeah, that does help a lot when you're trying to draw stuff, because when I animate things, I have, like, an idea in my head of what I want them to look like, and when it doesn't look like that, I get frustrated. Sorry, I'm still looking through, like, sprites and stuff. Oh! I have the perfect thing. Here's, hold on. When was this file created? This file was created in 2020. Let me pull it up on stream real quick. Whoop. I can post a 3D model and use that to trace over it to make artwork. That's so real. I'm not even gonna lie, that's just real. So this is an image that I drew in 2020, and I called this at the time. It's kind of embarrassing, but I called this, I said, this is the official art for Timmy Gliss. And this is what the official art's gonna be. And looking back on it, I cringe, because since then, I've done much nicer art of Timmy Gliss. Let me find the new version. Far better than what my best art was. I don't believe that. Let's see if I have... I swear I have the picture for this guy somewhere. Yeah, and I can send you the stuff you're good at. It might help you see what I'm talking about, my style. Sure. Let me export this file really quick so we can do a side-by-side comparison, okay? Boo boo. I need... whichever... Hold on. This is gonna lag my computer, I'm realizing. Oh wait, hold on. This is actually super convenient. Okay. I need this. You can go here. Okay. Not sure I want anyone on the internet seeing these. I mean, you don't have to send them if you don't want to. Boop. Boop. Alright, chat. Are you ready for... Oh my god. Are you ready for the comparison, the side-by-side comparison of my art 5 years ago versus now? Right? Here's the difference. And this is just for me, just like drawing Fakemon for 5 years, you know? I will admit, the difference isn't as drastic as I thought it would be, but I definitely think I have improved since 5 years ago. Small art style change. Yeah, the lines have gotten thicker. I've definitely gotten better with colors over the years. I think I've really nailed like the Pokemon like color style, because Pokemon tend to use a lot of like desaturated tones. Actually, big art style change. I'll send you one of my more proud armors, but do not show stream. Okay, bet. Bet. I am waiting for the, I will await the message, the thing, so I can review it privately. That's not bad. The picture of the armor that you made for presumably a game or an art project. Look, I can make them into Fugis. Look, 2020 neon called. It's a Kamen Rider. Ooh! I don't know much about Kamen Rider, but I know it's really popular. And I know it's where Mega for Alligator's original idea was first used. You can make armor. Ooh, wait, okay. That's actually super sick. It's super detailed. I really like it, actually. You can make armor since you don't have to worry about organic shapes. Speaking of organic shapes, you'll notice that a lot of the Fakemon that I designed earlier on are just like circles with limbs. Timiglas is a prime example of this, actually. He's on screen right now. But like Furley suffers from that, Tinderus suffers from that, you know, Ribboy. Actually, I'm gonna show you how I changed his belt. Really? His belt's like got so much in it. It's super sick looking. He's got like a visor thing or like a saw or something. Very techno. Boo-dee-boo, boo-dee, boo-dee-boo. Boo-dee-boo, boo-dee-boo. Ooh. Oh, okay. So this is the original belt design, and this is the new one. I definitely like the new one better, but the old one's pretty neat too. It looks like a pair of eyes, and then like, and then it looks like it would be like a face, and then it'd be like. And that's the new belt. Gotcha. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know. When I tend to see like very abstract things when I look at stuff. Like I just like recognize patterns and things. I mean, with like, call it like pareidolia or whatever. But I feel like when I see stuff, I see things in like a different way from most people. I also got a comment, which I didn't think about, which was that, this guy looks like he's like a minecart carrying like gems, and the gems could fall out. Which, even though that's not the case, I think it's a very cool take on it. Because he does kind of look like a container full of gems, at least in his Blockbench form. Also, these arms are a pain in my butt. Can I just say? Boo, boo, doo, boo, boo. What if I do this? Boop, boop, boop. I don't know. I want to make it like smooth and not whatever this is. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. You can send the legend forms, which are based on past writers, but there's like 24 of them. Oh. That's a little bit. Okay, now the only thing wrong with it is the head is not at all in the right spot. It would need to be like here. And then like... Ooh, okay. Chat, type 1 if I should have linked the head and the thing together. You know what? I just realized I could have done this way easier. And I'm just an idiot right now. Boop! If I just do this, I can just move the entire thing. I don't have to actually... He sent us other base forms? Neat. Ah! Wait, they all have, like, completely different designs. That's crazy. And then I imagine you, like, modeled each of these? Did you, like, do models of these? I think these would go crazy as 3D models. Crystals he uses are ruby, topaz, emerald, and lapis. He's dressed to the nines, like he looks like he is the Terraria person. He's making amethyst armor. I gotta send you a link in Discord. Alright, now Yuno wants to show and tell something. That's a cool GIF. Is the GIF the art? 'Cause if so, that's silly. Problem is you don't have a side or back piece, so you don't know how to model them properly. Just, it's a link? Oh, okay. I can't believe it took me that long to get the joke. That's stupid. A streamer exposed for being an idiot. A big stupid idiot. Boop. And then that can go like that. Was it 20? 40. 40. Okay, so I did do it right. What am I looking at here? What is this? Hello? That's part of his text. What? What happened? Why is this? Hello? Okay, this texture got like moved. What the heck? Where was it originally? Here? And then here. Maybe? Yeah, right? No, wait. Yeah, okay. Okay, I have no idea how that happened. Here's the second rider's belt is Star Gem uses crystals and the second rider uses geodes. I'm being sent so many things. Ah. Oh, okay, I see. So they put it like into their belt. Oh, the belt's like a little holder thing. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Oh! And that's okay, that's actually really neat. Where like it breaks open the geode when you put it in the belt. That's super neat, actually. I am easily entertained by things falling over. The belt is the thing that transforms them. Gotcha. Okay, so can somebody tell me what happened to the will somebody tell me what happened to him, like, stumbling back for a second? Actually, I know exactly where that went. There it is. Okay. And then we just make it like that. And then like this and like this. There we go. I'm gonna have to teach this man Common Rider. You're gonna have to, you I don't know. I'm just like, there's so many fandoms that y'all are a part of that I'm just not. That y'all are gonna have to show me about. We can move this guy a little further forward, like that much. And then here, I'm gonna have to fix that up so that he's still on the ground. There we go. And then I'm going to have to do something like that. And maybe make it a little more drawn out. Not that drawn out. Whoop. Like this. That works. He falls over so anticlimactically, it's funny. I kind of want him to like squish down a little bit when he does fall over. But I don't know how easy that'll be. Boop. 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 Rotate the head back like that. It just shakes the entire area around him. Wait, I have GIFs I can use to show what I mean. 1 second. Let's do that. Wait, hold on. This. Okay. I can like hear the rumble sound in my ears when he falls over. I don't know why. It's so goofy. When it gets like here, I guess I can move the feet like 5 degrees like that. What's happening here? Oh. That's happening here. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I can just copy this to the right hand, actually. Ta-da! I got us to do a link real quick now. Today's the sending people things at Discord streams now, I guess. This is the best fainting animation, by the way. I love how abrupt it is. This leg does something funky. What's going on here? I've sent a real GIF. I have sent a GIF to show what you mean, but you transform using a belt. Oh. You know, that one GIF, and I completely understand why people like this show. Okay, you know what? You've sold me. You've sold me on Kamen Rider. I've never seen that stuff before. What did Yuna send me? Oh, hey, it's another link. That's so crazy. Except that's like a more modernized link, you know? Let's do the eyes next. Boop, 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 boo. Copy. Boop, boop, boo. Boop, boo, boop, boop, boo. And then the mouth. He's like an old man. I'm gonna do this as Bezier's. Transforming with a belt sounds painful. My friend is Black General Bujion Sword. I was wondering what the words were. I thought the words that popped up when he transferred were butt on sword. Ron, I could send you a video of some of the henshins, because, well, yes, the studio animation is cool. The sounds are what sold people. Ah, because it mixes Japanese and English. Japanese and English. I still can't talk chat. It's still Monday for me, apparently. Sure. As to that, sure, why not? I think I want the legs to, like, do this sort of a thing. What is it? 7.5? I don't think 7.5 is right. I think it should be that. And then that should be there, that should be there, and then the feet, or the hands rather. Kind of like that. And I can copy this to the other hand. There we go. Okay, that's only for that season. Monday, but it's Donnerstag. That means Wednesday in German. Or maybe it means Thursday. I don't know what time it is for you. Video I'm about to send, not all the writers have words for the henshin. Mostly the early seasons, like they're from the 90s. Early 2000s. Interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna pause stream to watch videos, but I definitely can watch those after stream. And I will definitely check those out because they seem pretty cool. Thursday, it's 2 in the morning. What the heck? This is the problem with my viewers being from Germany. I can't stream at a reasonable time for them because it's so late for them on my end. It's only like 8 in the evening for me right now. Boop. I think the shoulders are gonna go up to 27. Hello? What? 27.5. 30. 27.5. There we go. Otherwise, I would have said one Monday, but it's Wednesday, my dudes. 12.5. 12.5. 15, 15, 12, 12. Okay. Like this. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Maybe I make them closer together. Like this. Oh, and one more note: when you do watch that video, if you see a new belt that does not resemble the last one, it is a new season with a whole new cast and story. Yeah, I've heard that Kamen Rider does that a lot, where it just like starts over from nothing, or like kind of like maybe not exactly like JoJo's, because it might not be like a deal where it's their descendants or whatever, but definitely like new story, new characters, new context for everything. If I do this. Whoop. Did you watch Hasbin or Tell or Hell of a Boss yet? No, I have not. I've been preoccupied. I can't wait for season 3. Whoop. 20. 20. And then these can go up like here. Hold on. Left and right arm can have points here. They can be linear. 5. Actually, you know what? 7.5. Boop, like that. And then smooth. Now he really falls over. And then we're gonna do the last thing, which is chat. I'm making this really detailed for no reason, but it's gonna be worth it. Position, position. Linear. Like this, and like this. Copy, paste. One amazing thing about Kamen Rider is the songs. Almost all of them are bangers. Maybe. Okay, maybe these don't need to go quite as far out. Maybe they can go like to 12.5. Wee bonk. Yeah. There we go. Okay. At this point, I'm just like, going through and just like nitpicking. How long do you think I'm gonna stream for today? Well, I'm gonna finish up this animation and then a couple more quick ones. We're gonna put Gemma-Titan in the game, and then we're gonna doodle for a little bit. That's pretty much all I have planned. So probably like another hour and a half, 2 hours. All I have left to do for this animation is just the feet. When he gets to here, we're gonna have a move here, and then a move here, and a rotate here, and a rotate here, and they're gonna be Bezier. I'll go to sleep then, since I'm quite tired already. Okay. Everybody say, Yuna, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next stream, or on the server if I end up logging on. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. Boop. 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 Wait, it needs to be the other way. It needs to be this way that I do this. Like that. There we go. And then, like this. Whoop. It seems to be sudden. There we go. He's so silly looking. I think that works for a faint animation, honestly. It's kind of awesome how he's so, how he just kind of slams on the ground. Because he does look like he has, like, really bad balance, doesn't he? He looks like he would not be able to stay upright if he didn't have, like, immense balance. So the second he loses that, he just topples onto his face. And then I need to extend this to, like, 5 seconds or something. Because, fun fact, in a fainting animation for a Cobblemon, the fainting animation has to go on for longer than the animation is displayed for. And that is because if a fainting animation is completed before the Pokemon, like, despawns, or gets taken back into their Pokeball, they will just, like, snap back to their, like, default no animation pose. They'll just, like, swap into their T-pose, and in order to avoid seeing that, you just make the end of the fainting animation way longer than it needs to be. So that you never see that, like, snap back. And it's also kind of funny in Blockbench, because he just sits there for, like, an awkwardly long amount of time. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I gotta go use the bathroom, so I'm going to go do that, and then when I come back, we can finish up the easy animations for this guy. We can put him in the game, and we can swap over to drawing. So, stick around for that. I will be right back. Whoop. I'm back. I'm back. Hold on, let me grab my blanket. It's cold in this room. Okay. I always forget to do this when I come back. I just like I don't like prepare my blanket before I click the scene on OBS, and then I have to like wrangle it while I'm tracking, and it's fun. Anyway, welcome. I'm here again. We got this done, right? We got status done, which took way longer than it should have. I think it turned out pretty nice. And then we got faint, which is really anticlimactic. But it works pretty dang well. The rest we've got to do are recoil, cry, blink, and sleep. In classic Neon fashion, I have not procured a cry for Gemma Titan yet. And in my infinite wisdom, I didn't make one when I made Mobinerals cry. Because, you know, I was just like, I'll do it later. To be honest, I probably just forgot. But, we're here now, and the fact of the matter is we don't have a cry yet, so I can make one tomorrow or whenever. Dot blink, and then we do sleep like this. Okay, sleep can be a looped animation. Recoil. For recoil, once again, we take Mobinerals, we take head. Like that. I don't really like how that looks, honestly. Maybe I'll move it back a little bit as well. I don't know. Or maybe he goes back. Maybe he goes down. Kind of like this. Smooth. Copy, paste, like this. And then we gotta get his blinkies. Blink. Nope, recoil. And then like this. And then he can reopen his eyes. Boop. There we go. Recoil. And then I'm gonna make these can be smooth. There we go. Okay, that looks much better. Next we do cry. Cry should be easy. We just kind of have him open his mouth. That's it. Like that. And then we bring up all animators. We make these in the middle. We make them smooth. Whoop. Like this. You know? Let me make this not smooth. We make this linear. Okay. Whoop. Yeah. And then we can make that longer or shorter based on how long his cry ends up being, you know? Here goes my second cup of water. I might need to grab more later. Who knows? Blink is easy. We just take the recoil blinkies. I love this little guy. Is he really little? Does this guy count as little, do you think? The blink is easy. We just do this. Hello? Oh. Maybe like this. Or perhaps like this. I'm really debating on this, chat. I don't know why I'm putting so much thought into this. That works. He blinks now. Check his size with a player. Okay. Okay, maybe he's a little small, but he's definitely... I'm going to scale him up, definitely, because he's meant to be, like, basically eye level. Hold on, how does it look with this? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Okay, maybe he's a little bit little. In terms of sleep animation... Sleep animation, I'm thinking he actually goes down like this. $55. I believe this was 55 when I rotated him. 55. Whoop. Five? No. Uh, 22.5, 7.5. Okay. Rotate this 65. By the way, I'm up to two stacks of netherite. 2 more to go. Dang. You're putting in the work. For real. 10. Then how much was that? 12.5. 12.5. 7.5. 7.5. Eyes should be closed. Linear. All of this for one Cobblemon. Hey, if it's worth it, it's worth it. I mean, come on. Whoop. Like this. Then the feet and the head. And go back like this. Smooth. Sleep animation. That works. That does not work. Okay. Copy, paste. There we go. He don't get any step boost, he just goes, never mind, I can't say that. Oh. Rip. You know what I really want this guy to be able to do at some point? Imagine if this guy could do like a... Hold on. Imagine if this guy could do this. And look at you like that. Where he has one eyebrow raised. I thought that would be funny, but it would have to be in like a quirk that I add later on. You know what we could have done for the, you know what I could have done for this guy? What's that? What could I have done, Crimson? I like ideas. Excuse me. You could have made him a split evo. What else would he evolve into, though? Whoop. Also, check out this immaculate balance that he has. How is he not falling over? He has, like, super strong arm strength to be able to do something like this. Anyway, we're done with the animations. Yippee! Yippee! Depending on the stone he's holding, he changes to a different type. You mean like he turns into a different type Pokemon for every single stone? I don't know about that. It is a neat idea though. He could be like the Eevee of the region, except he's a rock. Instead, he gets Protean. That was our solution. I need... What do I need? PSP Cobblemon. You. Species. Gemma Titan. Oh wait, before we do this, I need to go ahead and make a copy of this texture. And make it only the eyes and the crystal. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Just get rid of everything else. Boop. Boop. Oh, almost did a bad thing there. Boop. Boop. And you'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. Boop, 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 boop. I should also get rid of this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And this. Then all this stuff up here as well. So that it's only his eyes and crystal. Fire, water, leaf, dark ice. You can make it a split evo like that. That is a cool idea. Emissive. Emissive. Then I copy and paste this. Save all. Gemma Titan emissive. Gemma Titan's emissive. Okay. And then I just have to make the eyes the right color on this texture. Which if I can, like, color picker. I forgot about that. Boop. I mean, you do have Eevee. You don't have an Eevee-like Pokemon yet. That is true. I don't have an Eevee-like Pokemon yet. There's that. And then actually what I have to do is I have to get rid of all of that on the original model. I have to split this guy's texture into two different things in order for emissive textures to work. Boop. Boop. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Just remove all of the crystal parts. Whatever this is. Hello? Ah, here. Boop. And then the same on this one. Do you know what I've been actually? You know what I've been watching recently? Because I found it and I didn't realize that it existed, but I found it, so I started watching it. I started watching the VODs for a Deltarune playthrough from somebody by the name of Astral Spiff. Don't know if you've heard of them. But if you haven't, they do a lot of cool videos and things. What is happening here? Hello? Okay. Whatever. Now this guy looks much less threatening, to say the least. But I always jump at the opportunity to watch a new Deltarune playthrough, you know what I mean? Now we can go to the coding overlay. Okay. If I do this, there we go. So this is Gematitan's thing. I copied and pasted it from Mobineral. 29. It should have... Hold on. I need to find the other thing that I did for this. I don't remember where I saved this to. PSP Cobblemon? Stream concepting. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay. I need to give this thing Protean. Because Protean is its main ability. In terms of base stats, it'll have... I don't have its base stats too. You know what? I should have opened before stream. I should have opened up, the actual stat spreads for these things. Okay. Where is Gematitan? He has 75 HP, 70 attack, 120 defense, 100 special attack, 80 defense, and 60 speed. Wow, he's faster than I thought he would be. I thought he'd have like 30 speed. Medium slow is fine. Whatever. We'll sleep on bed. Yeah, walk speed. We can figure out walk speed later. Spray attack, meteor beam. I'm gonna keep the level up moves the same, honestly, because you can evolve him into Gemma Titan just by knowing a move. Boop. It's just like that. I'm gonna open up Mobineral's thing. Mobineral. And I'm also going to find Pillow Swines, because I'm gonna use his as a reference. Species Gen 4, no, Gen 2, my bad. Pillow Swine. Okay, here's Pillow Swine. He's kind of, you can't see him on screen. There he is. Don't know why they built him like this, but he's just like, ugh. Blah blah blah. This is for like tolerated leaders. This is for like 1.7 stuff that they don't have tutorials for yet. Last time I checked. Blah 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 blah. Pre-evolution. Okay, I need this. Okay, please work with me here. I need pre-evolution for Gemma Titan. We're gonna put it here. Mobineral. And then for Mobineral, we're gonna do evolutions. And just all of this. Okay. And then I'm going to replace the evolutions in Mobineral with this. And it's going to be awful. Consume held item false. ID. Learnable moves. Requirements. Yeah. Result. Variant. Level up. Okay. There we go. Now we have this. We're gonna do the ID Mobineral to Gemma Titan. Learnable moves. We're gonna leave this empty. Requirements. Power gem. There we go. Base scale, we can do like 1.2. Oh wait, hold on. Base scale 1, my bad. For Gemma Titan, we can do base scale 1.2. What happened? Oh, I closed the file. Okay, that's so cool. Love that. I didn't. Oopsie chat. I don't know what saved and what didn't. Boop. Okay, here he is again. Oh, okay, it all saved. Never mind. Okay, we're good. Height of the hitbox can be 1. Width can be... We can just make him a box. Why not? Booty 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 boo. And then he will give 2 defense EVs. And then let me verify that this is a real JSON file and not a fraud. It is real. Okay. Next up, we've got the spawn pool. Spawn pool for this guy's gonna be easy. We can just copy paste Mobineral again and just make him 10 times rarer. Boop, boop. I have a trouble spelling this guy's name. Gemma Titan, weight 0.8. Boop, and then also 0.8. Okay. There we go. And then I'm not even gonna check that one because I know it's right. Next up, we've got lang files. We can do lang files now. Whoop. Copy. Paste. Isn't this exciting? This is everyone's favorite part of stream, isn't it? Whoop. Again, we just do filler. Like that. And then we can come back here. Bedrock Pokemon posers. Boop. Okay, and then we just take Gemma Titan. We do Gemma Titan. And then I can just tab all of these. Like that. Okay. That should be done with all of that. And then for the resolver file, I'm actually going to copy Mascoon's resolver file because he has emissive textures. So I'm going to just use his to make it easier for myself. Like this. Boop. Boop. Underscore emissive. Okay. And then like this. Emissive. There we go. There's all that. And now we should be able to... As long as I'm not forgetting anything, we should be able to just put this in the game. Yippee! If I do this, there we go. I should be able to go to resource packs. Boop. Should be able to do that, and then gotta replace the data pack. With the new one. Okay. Please don't break my stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, now for the moment of truth. It seems to be working. We're down here. Ignore the Ribboy in my party. I don't know why he's there. Boop. We're gonna evolve this guy. Hopefully. Teach him Power Gem. And he suddenly becomes able to evolve. Look at that! Oh, okay, before I even do this, we're gonna go back to Blockbench real quick. Because I forgot something. Root. The pivot point of the root should be at the floor. Right there. We're gonna save that again. We're gonna replace the texture pack. Boop. We're gonna reload that. Again, check this out. Boom. Stop looking at bats, look at me. And if I did this all right, he should have emissive eyes and a crystal. There he is. Check that out. He actually moves too slow, which is funny. But the crystal goes crazy on his head. That's insane looking. And of course we got the shiny. We gotta evolve the shiny too. Doobie doop doop doop. Okay. Teach him Power Gem. Evolve. How's the hitbox looking? Honestly, that's a good hitbox. I like that. And there we go. Check that out. Me. So if you find them in the dark, this is what they'll look like. Which is a crazy visual, especially on the crystal. You can like literally see through the crystal, which is insane. Oh, there seems to be a texture glitch too, which is fun. Is that on both ones? Yep, it is. Okay. We need to figure out this texture glitch. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I need this texture. Ah, okay. I guess I can just kind of repaint that. That shouldn't be too difficult. Boop. 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 There we go. Can I paint on it, please? Why can I not? Hello? Can I? Hello? What is happening? Can I deselect, please? Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that was not correct. And then this can go here. There we go. You have a new problem with your tunnel borers, ghasts. Oh yeah, that's an issue, isn't it? I didn't think about that. That's probably, yeah, that's definitely a big problem. Boop. All the more reason to go fishing for like a good bow. You know? Anyway. I didn't install the resource pack. That's funny. There they are. Texture glitch is fixed. I definitely need to fix their walk speed, but I can do that later. Check this out. And then this, that is actually, right here is very nice. I kind of, oh, he can look through his arm. That's fine. You know what? We're going to ignore that. stats-wise, he's got a lot of defense. Let's see how he looks on the surface. Up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go. Let's check it out. And then the obligatory without shaders as well. Whee! Here's a cave. Gematitan without shaders underground. Hi Furlax, how are you? How are you doing? Here's how he looks underground without shaders. I prefer the shaders personally. Check that out. Now we test to see if the animations are all working. Gave him a special move. We gave him that. Okay, and then I can just give him rest. Good, how am I? I'm doing okay. I should probably eat something, if I'm being honest with you. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well. Boop. Okay. We just finished up animating Gematitan, and we just coded him into the game, and he looks sick. So we're gonna test to make sure all the animations work correctly. And then we are going to swap over to a little bit of drawing. I probably won't do it for very long because, again, I should probably eat something and I don't want to do that on stream. Boop, 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 boo. What should we pit Gematitan up against, do you think? Hold on. Spawn Pokemon. Let's do a Barbekion. Level equals 35. I definitely think this guy needs to be bigger, though. I don't think he's big enough compared to, like, other Mons, you know? Like, for a fully evolved Pokemon that's supposed to be like a wall, I don't think he's big enough. Anyway, here's our physical attack. Also, I'm slow. And then we've got our... Ooh. We got our status attack. That's pretty neat. And then we've got our special attack, which, if we live to use it, pretty neat. And then, of course, we can rest. He just kind of sits down. All right, pretty neat. All the attacks are working, or all the animations are working, rather. Stop it! Wake up! Yippee! Then all we have left to check is his feint animation, which we can easily check just by doing this. He just falls over. Alright. That's pretty good. You know what? I think that works. I think we're pretty much done here. I can finish up the rest of the stuff tomorrow and make the YouTube short, so you can expect that tomorrow. And I will try and get in touch with Jotro to see if we can get this guy on the server. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my drawing tablet, and I'm gonna mute so I can munch on some I guess these are rice crackers. They're Parmesan garlic. because I'm not even gonna lie to you, my hands are starting to like tremble because I haven't eaten anything today. Okay. My voice will be right back. Whoop. Okay, I finished chewing. So, last stream, we went ahead and did this guy. We drew this guy, which I think he turned out pretty dang well. Hold on. Whoop. Now it's full screen. Okay. So, my drawing tablet, is it working? Hello? Hello? Oh, it's not plugged in. Okay. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. I spent all that time. I had a controller plugged in, so like... There we go. We played the sound that time. So we drew this guy last time, right? And I had an idea. What if... Okay. What if instead of being free floating like this, this Pokemon was instead like wearing a kind of like pleated gown almost. You know? Boop boop. And it looks something like this. You see where I'm going with this? Whoop. Because I thought that silhouette was pretty nice as well. And then it could be on the ground, right? And this Pokemon's gimmick is that it's going to be the one who sets up grassy terrain. So I thought it would make more sense if it was on the ground, because then it would more reasonably be able to, like, be affected by grassy terrain. Which, to be clear, in order for Pokemon to be affected by terrain, it has to be grounded, which is like a hidden, like, Boolean that every Pokemon has. I think the only things that count as not grounded are flying types and then Pokemon with levitate. But there's also, it's kind of like how sky battles work, where some non-flying types can be in sky battles. So, like, there are some floating Pokemon that, like, float in the air that aren't affected by it. I know, like, Tapu Bulu is affected by it, and he's floating. Or, like, all the Tapus are, for that matter. But I thought it was a curious design decision. Say that 5 times fast. In the end, I don't know if I'm gonna go with this. It's just a cool idea I thought of. Or actually, no, I didn't think of it. One of the other people I was working on this project with thought of it, and they were like, you should try this design out. And I'm like, that's a good idea. So, shout out to them, anonymous person. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all that. Put that out there that it is an idea. And depending on the opinions of the masses, I will pick one or the other. Anyway, we kind of dropped this guy to work on the flower dude. I am out of water. Boop, 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 boo. Where are my buttons at? Hello? Whoop. I kind of just want to draw Kubrick, to be honest with you. I just like his design. He could be like... We could draw him in Barbekian pose, you know? Whoop. Let me bring this down, actually. Whoop. There's about good. Give me this tool. Okay. Boo boo boo. Do boo boo. How would this work? I don't even. I'm like thinking about how his perspective would work. Whoop. His mouth would be like here. Whoop. Kind of like this, you know? This is not the correct proportions, by the way. I want to point out. This is just me doodling. Whoop. And he's got the bars on his head like this. You know, chat, for the record, this is me not even trying. Also, I realize now that I actually didn't change the notif on Twitch when I went live today. That's cool. I just thought of that. But when I want to draw this guy's key art, I want to draw him in this kind of pose. You know what I mean? Where he's kind of just sitting and chilling. Boop. Hand. Whoop. There he is. And obviously it's going to be much higher quality than that, but that's like the basic gist, I guess. Boo-doo-boo, boo-doo-boo. I don't know. Chat, can I be honest? Can I be honest? I thought that we were gonna like breeze through the animating today, and it took way longer than I thought it would. Can I be honest? Like, I really don't want to cop out of the drawing stream, but I'm like worn out after that. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm conditioned to being like, we finished a Pokemon, okay, end of stream. I don't know. In terms of designing this guy, though, I think the smartest thing to do would go from the first to the third evolution, because I feel like the third evolution, like, even though Pokemon does it and they botch it half of the time with, like, the starters and whatnot, I think, like, finding a medium between the first and the third evolution for the middle guy is, like, the best way to do it. And I definitely want the third Evo to have, like... I should drop bigger, actually. I need to get more detail in there. I definitely want the third Evo to be, like, hunched over. You know? Kind of Ursaluna inspired, maybe? Whoop. I think definitely an Ursaluna style Pokemon. Boop. His nose can go here. Okay, his nose needs to be more over, actually. Whoop. Okay, I don't know what I did here. It's like I drew this crooked somehow. There's that done. I got trying again. Okay, this is less crooked. Nose can go there. The head kind of comes back like this, right? And we get the ears, which are square shaped. I'm gonna kind of curve down a little as well. Whoop. Like that. I don't really know what I want his eyes to look like. He's definitely gonna still have the little things on his forehead. Kind of like that. I don't know what to do for a mouth yet. I haven't decided on that. Whoop. I also haven't really decided on like a body shape. I'm thinking about just going basic bear shape. I don't know. Whoop. Kind of like got claws down here. I don't know. You know, I don't really know how to commentate on this because it's just like I'm drawing a bear. I'm drawing just like at this moment in time, this is just a normal bear that I'm drawing. So it's like, what do I even say? And then for the front paws, I definitely want to do this design. Undo button, please. Where he has these kind of like wings almost. Whoop. Like this. You know? And then claws out the wazoo, because you know what? He's supposed to be dangerous. So why not give him, like, everything, you know? And then we can like trace this like that. And we can give him another wing as well. Whoop. And then I definitely want to give him like colored paws as well. Kind of like this, you know? You see where I'm going with this? Hopefully. Excuse me. What if he had eyes like this? You know. Except these are the kind of same eyes that Bovenile has, so I doubt I'll use them. Whoop. Maybe you could do like eyes like this. Or maybe he'll have like... Maybe he'll have like cool eyebrows or something. I don't know. We could do like flashy eyebrows. Angry guy. Whatever the case may be. He's not happy about it. The original design, I drew him with like this kind of eye, and they were like a visor. And they kind of just like glue up. Glue. They glue up. I kind of want to get rid of this too and replace it with something else. Like a pattern or something. I don't know. Boop. This is why we brainstorm, chat, because I don't know what I'm doing. This is just the initial design I had for like an electric bear Pokemon. And then, you know, we'd come over here. We'd like add a new layer. We'd take the colors that we use, which are these ones. And then I'd get rid of this because this is not right. I did not mean to color pick that. That's so fun. Whoop. Back up here we go. Okay. Dude. Okay. And then we can bring it up to like here. Or maybe even like here. Doopy 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 boo. Okay. Boop. And then it can get darker down at the bottom. Did I not loop the playlist again? Am I that big dumb? I didn't. Okay. Playlist is now looped. Okay. Oh, okay. So I realized once again that I'm an idiot. And I need to reshade all this. Which is cool, because I put it all on the same layer as the outline. Yippee! There we go, that's better. Making darker down here. Whoop. Kind of like that. There we go. Okay. Kind of loops around to the ear. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Chat, what does Twitch say I'm doing right now? I'm curious. It says it's an art stream. Okay, cool. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Deep doo doo doo. The plan is for this guy to just be all around very dark colored. So your focus is currently dead right now. So you just lurk and listen. You're good. I mean, I don't have that much to talk about, so it's just going to be me coloring mostly. So boo, boo. There we go. You look a little something like this. And I think in this design we might be able to afford to bring back the orange color. Okay. And then we can color the yellow parts. I need a smaller brush size. That's the issue. How could I have not foreseen this? Like that. Ooh. And then I know the ears were yellow as well. Boo 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 boo. Get some shading going. You know. Like that. I think the tail can kind of be this. No, I definitely want to bring back the orange for this. It's a very nice way to tie it all together, you know? Maybe this back foot can be orange. I don't know. Does this look any good? Don't think so. That is not the right color at all. Okay, what happened there? Boop. Okay. You got the blue. this needs to be all white. And then we can give it like this sort of a... Whoop. No, that doesn't look right. Okay. Plan B. We shade it. Like I said, you should shade anything white with blue. And then he'd look something like this, you know? I still want to bring back the orange. Okay. Maybe like here. On the claws, maybe? No. His colors overall just seem very unbalanced. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo, boo-doo-boo. No, I still don't like that. See. Like, he has hardly any yellow in his face. And then the blue just looks out of place there. Like, what if the blue instead was, like, in stripes down his back? Kind of like this. And then his tail was like, you know? Kind of like that. We could do like this kind of a deal. We could do, I guess the ears just could stay yellow. Oops. Boo-ba-doo-boo. Oh my god. Let me just select the... There we go. And then the inside of the ears can be this. And then we'd need some way to retain the yellow on his face, because I feel like he does not have enough yellow on his face. He could have, like... Instead of his little things, he could have, like, this sort of a design. You know? He could be like a macho, he could be like a luchador fighter. I don't know how well that would like translate into his actual design, because nothing about him is like that. in reality. But it looks cool as a design, if nothing else. Boop, boop. Not gonna lie, I kind of like how he kind of became more bright colored as I drew this thing. Still, he could do with like one more color. Probably, right? Maybe... Boop, 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 boop. Maybe not that orange. Maybe a little less orange, but still kind of, you know? I feel like this kind of color works for him. His teeth can also be yellow, because why not? Thunderfang, baby. If that even looks good, which it might not. And if it doesn't, then I'll get rid of it. But I kind of like it. Check that out. We could even give him some, like... I don't know. Some, like, whiskers. Or something. I don't know. I feel like that could look neat. If he just had, like... Or maybe it won't. I don't actually know. At what point does he stop looking like a bear and more like an otter? I don't know. Oh, and how could I forget? On his stomach, he's gotta have the... Whoop. Obviously, it'll be heavily shaded. But he's gotta have the big stomach patch. Boop. Also, once again, I was drawing on the wrong layer. Kudos me. Kudos to me. Take this color, make it a lot brighter, nicer. Boop. Okay, maybe not that bright. Maybe like this. Yeah, okay. Dude. check this out. I think that works for a final Evo. That actually, okay. Once I step back and take a look at this, I actually think this looks really cool. Let me just fix up his, like, claws, I guess. Doo-doo-boo-doo-boo. Claws should be white with maybe like this. Can I be honest? Whenever I hear this song, I just think of Pokerogue. I don't even know what game it's originally from. Whoop. And I also realize that this guy does not have a fourth leg. So, there it is. Boop. Wouldn't you know it? I used the wrong tool again. There we go. Genuinely, I think this is a very cool design. And I think that pretty much wraps up for today. This is sick, actually. I really like how I did the lighting. Sorry, I have to glaze myself for a second here because look at this guy. I started coming around to like the luchador mask too. I think it fits him weirdly well. Like, not sure how. He looks like either a superhero or a super villain. Does that look better? No, I like the brown ears better. Check that out. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Anyway, that, I believe, is going to wrap up today's stream. We designed this guy, which I'm actually super happy about. He look cool, right? Doesn't he look sick? He definitely looks like something that this guy would turn into. I think. I think the fact that I now have a color palette for this guy made it way easier for him to be like designed. And I think this look on him looks actually really sick. You know? I can't wait to get to the point where we make him like in game, you know? Or like when we model him in Blockbench. I could also, you know what I could also do? I could also do something like this with his ears, where I do like a... Except I have to be careful to make him not look like a rat. Like that. Like that. Not sure how well this would translate, but it sure would look nice, I think. Boop. And then, like this. You know, we can give him spikier ears. But anyway, Anyway, that is going to probably, it's gonna wrap up today's stream, I think. So what do we do today? We put Gematite in Minecraft. We designed this guy, which I think he looks super neat. This guy is gonna be like, basically, if Jakutet is like your Pachirisu, this guy is your Luxray, you know? That's the equivalent that I'm kind of going for. He's your Luxray, he's your Ampharos, he's your Pawmont, you know? But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for today's stream. Woo! I clicked the wrong scene for a second there. You didn't see anything. Alright. If you are watching on YouTube and you enjoyed what you saw, make sure you like and subscribe. It would help me out. And if you're on Twitch and you're not following yet, consider dropping a follow. Because that also helps me out. If you're curious about the things that I do and you want to see more of them, you should check out my short series on YouTube where I go into detail about every single Fakemon that I create. So if you're interested in that, you should check it out. You can expect Gematite in the short to come out tomorrow if all things go to plan. So you should look for that on your timeline. And if you want to see like sneak peeks of stuff, or you want to know when I go live, you should follow me on Twitter, because I post that kind of stuff over there. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Whether you were here earlier, or you're here now, or you chatted, or you lurked, it doesn't matter. You're all valuable viewers to me, and I would never replace you with other people. But yeah. I will see you guys on Friday. We're gonna be doing another Minecraft with followers stream. So if you don't have access to that server yet, again, !MC join in Twitch chat. You can fill out the form if you're following me and Yuna. But until then, it will be goodbye for now. I will see you guys on Friday, okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.